once again, welcome to Shaloha
Kids!
Alright. So this is my daughter Esri, and today we are going to build a, what are we building?
Charcuterie board.
Don't tell me, tell them.
Charcuterie board.
Watch your mouth.
What?
Just kidding.
Oh.
We're gonna build a charcuterie board. So a charcuterie board is basically a cheese board or a cutting board, right? And so we found this piece of walnut. I think it's walnut. Yeah, we found this piece of walnut out in the pile, and we thought, you know what, this is gonna be a nice piece to use. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, Esri. So how do you want this thing to look?
I want it to kind of go like this.
So you want to have a handle on it?
Yeah, I want like a circle handle.
All right. So what if we say maybe let's make the handle say maybe like this, and we'll make, you said circle handle.
Yeah.
Come around like that, and then what if we bring it in? We have a little neck on it.
Sure. Bring
it out. Have it come out to this live edge.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll look nice, and then we fit all polished out. That'd be a great cheese board. All right, let's do that. Okay, Izzy, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this board and we're gonna clamp it onto the end of our table, so then we can take the jigsaw and we'll cut out the shape that we made here.
That?
Yep, right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this jigsaw. Here, why don't you come over here? This is called a jigsaw, and we used it in our last project as well. And what you're gonna do is you pull the trigger, and this blade goes up and down, and that's what cuts the material. So where do we never keep our fingers? Yep, you never want to put them near the blade, right? So all our hands are going to be away from the blade.
Up here.
You're going to start the blade off the material, and then you're going to pull the trigger and then work your way into the material. Okay, Esri, so that came out pretty cool. Why don't you show them how it came out? Why don't we pull it out of there? See what you did. Oh, that's gonna be pretty awesome. But if you notice, this is kind of wobbly, isn't it? And you want those things to sit flat. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this through, I have a drum sander.
What?
A drum sander.
Ba-dum-bum.
So we're going to put this through the drum sander, and what it'll do is it'll make it completely flat, and it'll clean up all the markings that we made on it, and it'll look a lot prettier, and it'll sit flatter as well. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Why don't we show them what we did here? We threw this through the drum sander.
Ba-dum-bum.
And see, it's nice and flat.
It's so pretty.
It doesn't rock anymore too much. Yep. I know a lot of our viewers at home, they don't have a drum sander, right? I mean, that's not something somebody typically has in their garage. But you don't have to do it with a drum sander. You could do it with a wood plane, something like this.
Something like this.
You can do it with, if you have just a regular hand palm sander like this, an orbital sander with an aggressive sandpaper on it, you could also tackle it that way.
Or something like this.
Or something like this if you have a belt sander. These are all pretty basic tools that a lot of people do have, and you can use any one of those and get the same results. So looking at this Esri, so we got it sanded on both sides. And now we're looking at these edges that we cut out. They're kind of rough, there's some misshapen areas, and there's some sharp areas. So what I think we need to do, it is, well, what we need to do is just clean it up though, because it's kind of rough from the soft.
Like make it not sharp?
Yep. So I think what we'll do is we'll put it on a sander. We have another sander called a spindle sander, and it has this perfect for going in round curves curved areas like this. So why don't we do that next? How's that sound?
Good.
See, so this is a spindle sander. It's round like this so it can get inside the curves.
Wait,
okay?
Do you have to like press it down a bit?
Yeah. Okay. Things just like before. You don't have to have these special tools in order to do this project. This is a pretty simple project. You can do it. You can hand sand it. You can use again the palm sander. There's other ways of sanding it. I just happen to have these tools in my shop, so it's easier for us to do it this way, and it's faster. But there's a variety of different ways you can do this, so don't feel discouraged to do this type of project if you don't have all these fancy tools. All right? So what you're gonna do, you see how it spins this way? You don't wanna go this way, you wanna go against towards the way this goes in.
Yeah.
There, and then that way. And you wanna take nice light passes, all right? All right, Ezri, now that we've got it all sanded out, all around all the edges, I think the next step here is to drill a hole for the handle. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, so in order to do that, I think we're gonna use this hole saw here. And I'm gonna let you do that. How's that sound?
Good.
All right. So I made a little mark here. And you're gonna put your drill bit right on that. Let me just make sure we're in the right spot here. You need to pull the trigger. I'm gonna help you so it doesn't twist your arm around. You pull the trigger. Now that we got it clamped down and it's kind of flying off the table. All right, so Ezri, this looks great.
Yeah.
I like the hole that you made here. You see through it? Yeah. So I think what we should do, and you see this is such a perfect hole, maybe we should make it an unperfect hole.
Oh,
and kind of bring this out right here in this fat part. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. With
a spindle sander? Yeah, let's do that. Ezri, that looks great. So what we did is we turned a perfect circle into an imperfect circle. Yeah? Good job. We like unperfect, right?
Sure.
Is a character. So I think the next thing that we're gonna do is, I don't like these sharp edges. Doesn't feel good in the hand, right? So what if we took the router and we routed off the edge and rounded off the edge? Now we can do it with a router. We could do it with sandpaper. We could do it by hand. I think in our case, because we have the ability to do it, let's use the router.
Okay.
All right, I like power. Okay, just a quick little overview on this router bit that we're using. This is called a roundover. So if you look at it, see this round edge right here? That's why they call it a roundover. And that's what we're gonna use to make the round edge all around the outside of the cutting board, or charcuterie board as Ezri calls it. I'm gonna help you with this one because this can be dangerous if you don't do it right. So I'm gonna help you. We're gonna start here, and I'm gonna have you hold, you're gonna put your hands here and here, okay? So go ahead and hold it right there and there. You never wanna put your fingers near the blade, right? All right, Ezri.
Yeah.
So what you can see here is we got our edges all rounded off. And now we've got this edge, this live edge, which had bark on it, right? And it's got some bark and it's kind of roughed up and pieces are falling off. So what I like to do is I like to take a wire brush inside of my drill.
What is it?
And we clean up these edges with a wire brush. And I'll show you real quick on how you do that. You just hold it like this. And you just do it real quick. You don't want to go too aggressive.
Otherwise, it's all going to come
And you
off.
see that? See how it cleans that up?
Yes,
So I'm going to let you go ahead and try that. Okay, Azri. That looks nice. I think you did a good job on that. And so the last thing we have to do before we put oil on this.
Let me guess. Sand it again?
We gotta sand it again.
Oh my god.
All right. So now we got our sander out. So I think what we'll do, since we started with 80, we'll use 100 grit, and then we'll go to 150, and then we'll work our way up from there. How's that sound? Sounds good. All right. So we went down to 320 grit, right?
It feels so smooth.
It's really soft. So, but the one part that's really hard to get is the handle, because it's kind of a weird shape, right? So you know what we gotta do? We gotta do it by hand. So we're gonna put it in this clamp here.
Carefully.
I'm gonna clamp this down, and then I'm gonna give you a piece of sandpaper, and I'm gonna have you take it like this.
Okay.
And we're gonna do it like that, okay?
See this.
Very good.
Why didn't it? Oh.
Yes. All right, Azri, I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks really nice, and you did a really nice job sanding. It's nice and smooth. And so the last bit of this is the best part.
To put oil on it.
We're gonna oil it. Now we're gonna what we're gonna use is just mineral oil. Mineral oil is non-toxic, so it's perfect for cutting boards and butcher blocks and things like that.
This is a charcuterie board.
This is a charcuterie. It's even good for charcuterie boards. Say that 10 times fast. So what we're gonna do, and hold on Ezra, you're getting ahead of yourself. We're actually gonna just take this, and we're gonna watch the magic happen right here. So I'm gonna pour this on. I'm gonna have you rub it in, okay, Ezri?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, rub that all in there real good. Now the thing about mineral oil is you want to put it on real thick and let it sit and soak into the wood. And you're gonna do at least 3 coats of this. Like how it came out? So Ezra, you're all done with your charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Why don't you show it off a little? Let me see what it looks like. Wow, that is beautiful. Here, show me the handle. I love that handle. That's really cool. Well, now that you're done with your charcuterie board, now what?
How about we dance?
Well, Ezri, I think that turned out amazing. Would you like it?
Yeah.
I think it's very pretty. So I think there's only one last thing to do. Shaloha!
Kids!
Do me a favor and pound that like and subscribe button.